DCF in the Harmony Montgomery case. A few years back, a young girl was placed with her father in New Hampshire. The decision to do that continues to brew. But what really happened was somebody, more than one, didn't do their job. And now we've got a child that's no longer alive. The mother brought suit and was just paid $2.25 million. And now the finger was pointed at and the blame was asserted against both the state of New Hampshire and the state of Massachusetts. But to me, the most interesting part of this entire case is that there's been a request, and it's also been granted, that the tapes of the hearing regarding Harmony Montgomery to go to her father is now going to be given out under public information. And so the question becomes, why not all cases? Why is it behind closed doors? When I was a kid growing up, I did something wrong. But why are we punishing children? And I read a law review article recently, and it says because they're ashamed and embarrassed if we find out about them being in DCF care. And I'm like, really? The kid goes to a foster home. When he goes to school, different school more than likely, every kid in the school is going to ask him, so where are you from? Where are you living? Where's your family? What's the child going to do? Lie? He's in foster care. And every teacher and every student before long will know this kid's in foster care. There's no secret. And the kid goes to a different church, or the kid goes plays for a different, let's say, baseball team or basketball team or hockey team, or it's a girl and she's a cheerleader, or she plays soccer or softball, or whatever it is. These kids, they can't lie about it. So this nonsense about it affecting children, and it's an embarrassment. And what's an embarrassment is that these children are in foster care, and that's okay. Why not take all that money and put it into helping the family continue to parent their children? Back to the Harmony Montgomery case, I think this is huge because there's three branches of government. The executive branch, which is in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, is the governor's office. The legislative branch, which is the state representatives and the Senate representatives. Then there's the third, which is the judiciary, which made this decision to allow these tapes to be heard. But there's also a fourth that we never talk about, which is the fourth estate, which is the newspapers, radio, TV, and we shut them out in a closed court, in juvenile court. Now, I firmly believe that decisions would have been made differently if the newspapers, if the radio, and the TV were able to come into that courtroom and see what happened, and more importantly, what didn't happen. So this decision is going to have wide, far-reaching ramifications. At least I hope it does. I don't understand why the juvenile court is closed to the public. I don't think it serves anybody's interest. I was always taught that the greatest disinfectant is sunlight. Open up the doors, open up the windows, let the public in. Let them hear and see what goes on between DCF and these parents and children. I think people would be absolutely just riveted to some of these cases, and I think better results would occur.